In this report on the Domestic Violence USA channel, how New York Child Protective Services indicated Tyrone Blanc Jr., the father of Dylan, as an inadequate guardian. The evidence is startling, and it raises questions about why New York handed Dylan to Tyrone Blanc Jr., the abuser. Here's today's paper, January 24th, Monday, and this is Dylan after he has come back home from his dad's. His back is inflamed.
He's screaming.
He is suffering.
Look how bad he is. My God. Look under here.
A distressed, desperate for relief Dylan, minutes after coming home from a 3-day visit with his abusive father, Tyrone Blanc Jr. in early 2011. Dylan's skin was raw and red, the result of Tyrone, or whomever Tyrone had keeping Dylan, feeding Dylan food or liquids Dylan is allergic to. Take a look at his back there. Certainly an improvement over the course of the week. And take a look at him there. He still has the rash on his face. It's improved from Monday, but still. This is Dylan minutes before the 3-day visit with Tyrone. Calm, collected, and comfortable because his mother, Nikki, and Dylan's grandparents adhered to doctors' recommendations and family history to restrict Dylan's diet, but Tyrone ignores the restrictions to Dylan's detriment. The damage, not just to Dylan's skin, but as doctors have said, damage to Dylan's brain.
But if the dietary restrictions are not followed, these are the consequences.
This picture shocked one Louisiana chief hearing officer, Phyllis Gramillion, who said as a mother she found these before and after pictures disturbing in December 2010. But she still ruled to cut Dylan off from his mother, Nikki, split custody, and give Tyrone 72 straight hours with Dylan, even after hearing the facts. The rash around Dylan's mouth is an allergic reaction to something he ate in Tyrone's care, even though Tyrone said he had only fed Dylan carrots. Tyrone and his mother don't accept Dylan's allergies to some foods, and Tyrone is notorious for neglecting to seek medical help for Dylan. In April 2011, something even more frightful had come to light. Nikki noticed Tyrone was reluctant to change Dylan's diaper while they were all together in the store. It set off a red flag. When Tyrone did change the diaper, Nikki saw blood gushing from Dylan's anus. Tyrone saw it too, but had no reaction. The day before, Tyrone had volunteered to Nikki that Tyrone's then 5-year-old nephew, Jordan, had been caring for Dylan. Nikki called 911 while Tyrone ran and went into hiding with Dylan to avoid any medical care or examination. When the sheriff's deputies got involved, they found Tyrone and trailed him to 39 Cheryl Street in Madisonville, Louisiana, where Tyrone lives. Medics did check out Dylan as Tyrone and his mother, Cheryl Blanc, insisted it was just diaper rash. Deputies ordered Tyrone to St. Tammany Parish Hospital, where Tyrone's mother, Cheryl, used to work. Cheryl showed up in her hospital scrubs. When Nikki got there, the poison had been spread.
But it was just extremely hostile. Tyrone's mother was very aggressive, and Tyrone had taken the same stance.
How about the nursing staff at the hospital?
Once they came into the room to, further triage Dylan or to see what we were there complaining of, they were very dismissive and extremely their attitudes were almost like it was a joke or as if I was making something up or exaggerating what was going on.
What did you ask for?
After everything was said and done and they ruled it as Dylan had eczema in his anus, I asked for a CPS or an OCS investigation of what had happened, trying to figure out what was going on with my son's anus and why is he bleeding.
Did the social workers investigate Tyrone?
No, unfortunately.
In a hearing a week later, Tyrone said no social worker had ever come to question him or investigate the blood in Dylan's diaper.
At the end of the questionnaire process, she informed me that she was there to investigate me about my quote-unquote behavior at the hospital. There was a nurse who was there who told them I was so erratic and so out of control. So she, in return, filed an OCS report against me when I begged them for one. I tried to take him to his regular pediatrician. She threw up her hands and literally said, I will not see him. I don't want to be involved in the custody battle. because my ex Tyrone had called her office and said I was making false claims just to try to basically get him in trouble.
Around the same time, a public servant said when he bought drugs from Tyrone, he noticed a little boy in a car seat on the back seat of Tyrone's pickup truck. He said he recognized the little boy from a Facebook page, and that boy was Dylan. The Drug Enforcement Administration investigated, looking for Tyrone's big supplier, but never questioned Tyrone or the public servant.
Comedy show tonight, comedy show.
When Nikki and Dylan left the abuse and domestic violence in Louisiana and moved to New York in August 2011, Nikki told the facts to New York's Child Protective Services and then investigated Tyrone, calling him an inadequate guardian, and said risk will be high if father is allowed to have contact with the child. But New York Child Protective Services and New York judges ignored the CPS indicated report of Tyrone Blanc Jr. and acted on the lies of Louisiana Judge Mary C. Devereaux and Tyrone's lawyer Sheila O'Connor to steal jurisdiction from New York and to steal Dylan from his mother. In our next report, the video evidence Nikki now has of even more abuse of Dylan at the hands of his father, the abuser Tyrone Blanc Jr.